Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the fourth chapter from Science of Standard 6th. The name of the chapter is Disaster Management. We have already done with part 1. This is part 2. So come on, let's start with part 2. In first part we saw types of disasters. Now we will see remedial and preventive measures. Let us see one by one what precautions to be taken before or in a case of any natural or man-made disaster. One should carefully watch news on radio and TV. Radio and mobile should be battery operated. One should carefully follow the warnings issued by the meteorological department and follow the website www.imd.gov.in. In hilly areas, landslides can occur due to a cloudburst or heavy rains. Therefore, one should not take shelter at the foot of a hill. In a case of floods, one should not linger in the house or low-lying areas. Shelter in safe places at heights should be taken. One should not step in water currents or drive a vehicle into them. During an earthquake, road splits open, the ground cracks, railway tracks get uprooted. Hence, one should ensure the safe approach road during the time of earthquakes. Take shelter in relief camps as they provide medicines, food packets, drinking water, first aid, etc. To get protect from the fire, fire extinguishers should be installed at all the public places like schools, hospitals, railway stations, etc. Next is first aid. What is first aid? Students, sometimes we have to face different proportion of disasters or accident in our day-to-day life. On such occasions, it is necessary to give an immediate treatment before the medical treatment becomes available. So, immediate aid even before the medical aid arrives is called as a first aid. And this is extremely essential during disasters or the accident as it can help to save somebody's life. Now we are going to see measures of first aid. Under measures of first aid, first one is external bleeding. What is external bleeding? The blood that flows outside the body through some types of open wound is called as an external bleeding. Now, the measures that to be taken for external bleeding. First, make the injured person sit or lie down, and then keep the injured part of the body above the level of the heart. And now clean the wound with a clean water and tell the injured person to seek medical advice immediately. Next is burns or scalds. Scalds means a burn or an injury with a very hot liquid or steam. There are two types of burns, minor burns and serious burns. Minor burns. What is minor burns? It is an injury that affects the first layer of your skin. For example, when someone accidentally touches a hot stove or in a hot iron box, we can see the mildest form of injury on their skin. That is called as a minor burns. Now, let's see its measures. First, the burn part should be washed with the cold water or held under the running water. Then, give the victim water to drink. Now, clean the wounds using a cotton swab soaked in an antiseptic solution. But do not apply any oily ointments. Then cover the wounds using the dry dressings. So, these are the measures of minor burns. Next is serious burns. The burn that causes the most damage, extending through every layer of a skin, is called as a serious burns. For example, a person having the severe burns on his face, hands, legs, etc. Now let us see what are the steps or the measures that to be taken immediately for this type of burns. First, cover the wounds with the sterilized cloth. Now, try to remove the jewelry, shoes, etc. if easily possible. But do not try to pull the cloth if it is stuck to the burnt skin. Try not to touch or burst the blister on the skin. Blister means a small bubble on the surface of the skin filled with a clear liquid caused by burning. Do not apply any kind of oily ointments. If the victim is conscious, give him a water to drink, but avoid other stimulating drinks like tea, coffee, etc. Give emotional support to the victim and try to get the medical aid as soon as possible. Next, sunstroke. Heat stroke caused by the direct exposure to the sun is called as a sunstroke. For example, if a person works continuously for a long time in the sun, then the body loses water and minerals. This dehydration results in sunstroke. Dehydration means excessive loss of water from the body. Now, remedial measures for sunstroke. If a person falls down due to the sunstroke, he or she should be immediately taken to a cool place or in a shade. Now cool the patient's entire body by sponging or spraying cold water. Cover the patient's neck with a wet cloth soaked in the cold water. Give patient plenty of water or liquids like sarbat to drink in order to stop the dehydration. If the patient feels like vomiting, make him lie in a prone position, that is, on his or her abdomen with the head turned to one side. If the case is serious, then get the medical help or shift the patient to the hospital immediately. Next, snake bite. Students, you all know what is snake bite, right? There are nearly 2000 species of snakes. All the snakes are not poisonous. Only few such as cobras, krites, vipers and sea snakes are poisonous. Bite by the poisonous snake is fatal, but due to fear, even a bite by the non-poisonous snakes can also cause psychological shock resulting in death. If you come across the snake, instead of killing, try to save the snake with the help of volunteers who commonly called Sarpamitra. They rescue the snake and release it into its natural habitat. Next, remedial measures for snake bite. Wash the wound caused by the snake bite with water and tightly tie a cloth above the wound so that the poison does not reach the vital organs. Now, give an emotional support to the patient and seek medical help immediately and give antivenom to the patient. Next is dog bite. The dog bite can be dangerous if the dog is not vaccinated by the anti-rabies vaccine. Immediate care and the medical help should be given to the patient as rabies is 100% fatal. Now, remedial measures for dog bite. The wound should be first cleaned and then washed with a potassium permanganate solution or other antiseptic solution. Now cover the wound with a clean and dry cloth. Taking help from the doctor, patient should be given anti-rabies vaccine and wound of his or her should be taken care of. So students, making plans to face the disaster and developing capacity to do so is called as a disaster management. Natural disaster or a man-made disaster can occur anytime. Thus, making plans to face the disaster is crucial. Before a calamity strikes, emergency planning and management is to be done, and disaster management is possible only through the community participation. So, helping and supporting each other at the time of disaster is our moral responsibility. In India, the National Disaster Management Authority was established in 2005. This institute undertakes planning and implementation of disaster management work. Important contact numbers for disaster management. In case of emergency, to call police, dial 100. Fire brigade, dial 101. For ambulance, dial 102. And for disaster management cell, dial 108 or 112. So students, here we end with the chapter 4, disaster management. Thank you.